Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all set with your kind applauses. Let's welcome Girish Dhavale, the CTO Data Center Services at Sify Infinite Spaces. Please welcome Girish with some gorgeous round of applauses. Girish, hi and a very, very warm welcome to you. I know I made you wait, but I hope in the interest of all the good energies, you will forgive me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
I could also able to do all that.
Oh, you
yeah,
did
yeah,
the
yeah.
squats?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't hate me?
Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. They're all yours. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So, myself, Girish Dhavale. I represent Sify Data Centers or Sify Infinit Space Limited, which is the data center service company of Sify Technologies. I am a CTO for Sify Data Center Services. So, when we talk about the data centers, most important, see how the data center industry is evolving in India, that is very important to understand. I will give you one quick example on that. Because I started my journey from Tata Communications, maybe 20, 22 years before. And I still remember that in data centers when I was in Chennai and one customer visit was happening and he's coming from a public sector bank and I was hosting that visit. I took him to his server hall and he was seen to be not very pleasant with that visit. And he came out, I asked him the reason why there is any improvement, modifications which we need to carry out. He said, Girish, one problem I'm observing that when I enter in that room, everything is black. My servers are black, my cables are black, my walls are black, ceiling is black, everything is black. So it doesn't give a energetic or a positive sense. So I asked, sir, then tell me what we should do. He said, Girish, paint the walls in the fluorescent colors. And we done that. We paint the walls into fluorescent current like a pink and yellow and green. Okay, that was the days 15, 18 years before where the customers are asking for more of an aesthetic look of the data centers rather than asking for what is the uptime, availability, PUE and all that. And today, the same customers when it's coming to my data centers for the visit, they are asking for what is your ESG goals, what is your sustainability, how much green power you are taking, what is your carbon footprint, what is the uptime, availability, what the assurance guidelines you are following. See, that is the change and that exactly is India's Amrut Kal. When we talk about India's Amrut Kal, we have seen the data center industry's growth. Like, for example, if I look at India, data center growth, March 1986 was the first India's data center which was launched in Chennai by VSNL. March 1986 till 2023, the total IT power consumption of the data center is 977 megawatt, and in last 1 year, the consumption has increased by 464 megawatt. You can imagine the kind of change which is coming in the data centers or the digitization of all the technologies. We definitely see that the India is going to become the hub for the entire APJC. You have a lot of content which is coming from not only from the India, but it will be also coming from outside India. So which are the key drivers? Definitely, the key drivers is digitization of the data. My earlier speakers talk about the data which is getting generated right from the shadi.com till to all the insurance firms, the legal systems, the smart cities, the data is getting generated enormously. Second thing, the technology which is coming. Each EV vehicle, when it runs on the road, generates 2000 points. Now where all this data is going? That data is coming in the data center. And when such enormous data is coming, that is actually going to give you a lot of analytical outputs. Either it is from the healthcare sector, either it is from the legal sector, either it is from the public sector. So first and prime important is the domestic market growth. Second thing is the cloud, AI, 5G, edge. I think the earnest speakers earlier has already spoke about how the edge growth is happening, how the 5G is bringing the content to the eyeballs together with no speed. So you have instant data which is available and the growth sectors which are happening. The global players are now seeing India as a hub. India is going to become serving the data not only within the country but outside country, because a lot of cable landing station connectivity to Europe and every other locations is happening, and the government policies. So we can see that next 3 to 5 years there will be a lot of growth which will be happening in terms of the data getting generated. And the second most important is how we are going to contain that data, how we are going to make that data useful for the applications that comes through the data centers. So when we talk about the key challenges of the data centers today, one is the availability of power. Everybody is talking about the gigawatt of the capacity which is coming into the data centers, and I will tell you, because when I was talking to somebody in MCTCL, that is Maharashtra State Electricity Board, and he was telling the total number of applications they have received on the data center built only for Navi Mumbai is 2,600 megawatt, that is 2.6 gigawatt. 2.6 gigawatt of the data centers are getting generated or getting constructed at Navi Mumbai. That is only one such sector. Additionally, Hyderabad, Chennai, Noida, Kolkata, many of are coming in the India. So now what will be the challenge? The challenge will be, is my power infrastructure is ready to do that? Can I have the equal amount of strengthened distribution system available where I can use the power? That's going to be a challenge in the future. The modern cooling technologies. Now everybody is talking about the AI load, the GPU based load. Earlier we have seen that every rack is consuming 3 kilowatt, 6 kilowatt, 8 kilowatt. Now everybody is talking about 50 kilowatt racks, 100 kilowatt racks. Now, is 50 kilowatt or 100 kilowatt racks can be easily cooled or with the conventional method? No, it is not possible. So there is a lot of innovation is happening in the cooling technologies also, like direct to chip cooling, like your rear door heat exchanger cooling, liquid immersion cooling. I am very proudly say that Sify technologies, all the data centers which are there, we are adopting all these new changes and the innovations which are coming. All my data centers are ready to take any kind of load, and we are the only one who has tested for 132 kilowatt per rack by NVIDIA, and that is certified. India's only data center is Sify's data center having this 132 kilowatt tested at the data center. Sustainability, I think the team has talked about the sustainability. Sustainability, ESG goals is becoming prime important, because when we spoke about so much of power is getting utilized, the important is the carbon footprint, the important is natural resource depletion. These how we are taking care. Definitely in the presentation we will take care, we will discuss on that. And the scalability. The scalability is the component, as I mentioned, when the data is getting increased and increased, okay, you need to have a certain capacity to immediately fulfill that requirement. Who are our competitors? Our competitors are Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam. They are also trying to catch India in the data centers, because everybody see that data center is going to be a driver or the engine for any country's economic growth. So we definitely want to see that India data centers history should grow at a very fast pace. Yeah. So when we talk about the future ready data centers, what is the change which is coming? See, conventional data centers are the standalone buildings. Each building is having 10 megawatt, 12 megawatt, 18 megawatt of the capacity. Now we are talking about the campus. Each campus is 250 megawatt, 400 megawatt. That is the change which is coming. So that scalability, customized design. So every customer, now that is standard and non-standard requirements. So how you are building and how you are meeting that requirement, that is very important. And engineered for AI workload. As I mentioned, the AI workload, which is definitely at the doorsteps, how you are building your data center infrastructure to make that or to meet the requirements of that AI load. Multi-layered network. Now, what is important? You have a content in the data center and the eyeballs are spread across all the villages, tier 1, tier 2, tier 5 cities, not limiting to within India, outside India. Recently, when I was traveling to France and in Paris, I was watching the Lapata Ladies movie. Okay, the content is definitely here in India, but I can able to see anywhere in the globe. Now that is very important. So multi-layer network, because the data which is getting stored in the data center, how you are going to exhaust that data, how you are going to take that data outside, not limiting to only my country, but the outside countries. That is only possible if you have multi-layered network available. A reliable power supply, we touched upon. Definitely the government are coming with a different distribution, because recently I traveled between Bikaner to Jaisalmer, a complete area which is a desert area. But today if you go there, entire path, almost it is a travel of 40 to 45 kilometers, is covered with the solar panels. You can't see a desert over there. Everywhere it is black, black and black. One side of the road is the solar panels and other side of the road is the distribution network. The amount of solar panels and the solar capacity is coming in Rajasthan is actually crossing 5 gigawatt and more capacity. You are generating in Rajasthan, but you are using it in Maharashtra. That is how you are reducing your carbon footprint. So a lot of things are happening, and that is very important. And sustainable operations, where we are talking about PUE, WUE, how I am going to reduce my PUE. Earlier 1.7, 1.8 PUE, and now we are talking about the PUE of 1.2, 1.35. So data center, when we talk about the AI readiness, power, cooling, network and server halls, these are the very important component every data center player has to work upon, and Sify is working in all the streams to provide and to make the future ready data centers. This is the past and this is now. What is in the past? Past, we are talking about the centralized on-premise data centers. Most of the banks are having the data centers within their campus or within their buildings, and now everybody want to do the co-location, everybody want to move to cloud, everybody want to move on the AI. So manual operations are there, and now it is becoming automated operations. Use AI into operations. That is very important. Now this is very important slide. Why it is important? That how Indian data centers or Sify is becoming a differentiator compared to any other my peer players or any other data centers in other countries, is using the AI. Using the AI for your operations, using the AI for your engineering, using the AI for your projects. You have an enormous data which is getting generated from the building management system. Now, how you are utilizing that data? When we talk about the 12 megawatt site, 18 megawatt site, people and process was sufficient enough to manage your uptime availability or the customer expectations. But when we talk about the data centers, which is 200 megawatt, 400 megawatt, now in this case, you cannot run your data centers only with the people and process. What you need is artificial intelligence. What Sify is bringing as a differentiator on the table is that artificial intelligence we are building, and we have our in-house team, the subject matter experts who are working on that model, and that is how we have started our journey to make the data center future ready. So digitization of the data, prediction of the analytical approach, not only for my internal team, for also for the customers. So customers can able to view about their workload, about their total capacity and everything, and that we have successfully completed with this kind of a topology. So this topology has been successfully implemented, and my Dhavale data center is now completely AI ready, and we display this to our customers that come and see that how that digitization, AI can help you in identifying the risk, the availability, and what is your future load demands will be. So that we are already implemented, and now we are doing it across pan-India locations. Everybody is talking about ESG goals. What is ESG? ESG talks about two things. One is, what is my environment impact from the amount of power you are utilizing. So in data centers, the ESG goals are divided into three parts. We called as a scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3. Now what is scope 1? Scope 1 is nothing but what activities you are doing causing the carbon impact. So it can be my diesel generator running, it can be my GHG gas, that is your coolants, refrigerants, okay, and the leakage because of that. Second most important is the scope 2. Scope 2 is the power what you are utilizing at your data center, but getting carbon footprint outside where the generation is happening. And scope 3 is your supply chain. What Sify is doing, we have a very clear definition of my scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3. And we have taken a targets also. So targets in terms of, like if I look at the diesel generators, if I look at my leakage of the HFC gases, we contain that, we reduce that, and we see that it will not have a major impact on the data, on the carbon footprint. And similarly, as Sharad has mentioned in the last, 231 megawatt of power purchase agreement we already signed to have a green power in a hybrid model which contains solar and wind, which will meet my requirement of replacement of the total power up to almost 60 to 65%, and we have a target to replace it by 70% by 2028, and we are actually driving towards net zero. So that actions we have already implemented and started into that. But when we talk about the ESG, ESG doesn't only mean that you are doing it in operations. You have to have both. One is in terms of the design, project, and the operations all put together. This is the rule. This is my entire footprint of the data centers across pan-India. Almost 130 megawatts which is running, and then almost 375 megawatts which is in the construction. So we have the pan-India presence, we have the 8 sites as mentioned, which is under construction, Chandigarh, Lucknow, and more are coming very soon. This is the campus, the different campus. So as mentioned from the standalone, now we are going on to the campus. So my Dhavale campus is 377 megawatts, having 15 towers, and out of that currently 5 towers are operational and 4 more are in construction. In Noida, 130 megawatt campus, 140 megawatt is already constructed, operational, and 2 are coming up. Chennai Sirusiri is another 100 megawatt, out of that 140 megawatt is already constructed, operational, and 2 more are coming. These are the data centers which are coming very soon. This is on the Mumbai 3 campus. So Mumbai 3 campus, AI ready data centers, AI operated data centers, and 5 towers are already commissioned. So that is all from Sify. We will have one small video about Mumbai 3 campus, and definitely during networking, if any questions are having, I will be very pleased to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Girish, for taking us through it. Let's have a look at this
With
one.
a rich history of over 2 decades in data center services, Sify empowers enterprises to accelerate their digital transformation journey. We continue to invest in infrastructure, platforms, and people with focus on green initiatives, automation, and operational excellence, while providing flexible business models for our customers. Sify is India's first NVIDIA-certified DGX-ready data center service provider for liquid cooling. In 2000, Sify built India's first commercial data center, Mumbai 01 in Vashi. Since then, they've expanded in Mumbai with 2 more data centers, Mumbai 02 in Airoli and Mumbai 03 in Dhavale. The Dhavale campus is designed for 12 data center towers, 377 plus megawatt IT power, The campus has 5 fully operational data center towers with Tower 6 to 12 set to go live from 2025 in a phased manner. The scalable campus is equipped with built-to-suit capabilities and designed on RAS methodology. This carrier-neutral facility provides access to various hyperscale clouds, OTT players, and internet exchange peering points with near zero latency. To meet the increasing demands, Sify unveils its new data center, Tower 5, in its largest hyperscale data center campus, Mumbai 03, Dhavale. The new data center is designed for 43 plus megawatt IT capacity. The new Tower 5 has ground plus 8 floors with RCC shell structure design. The earthquake-resistant structure adheres to the IS 1893 standard with an importance factor of 1.5 to ensure seismic resiliency. The campus features an on-site 110 kV substation and a 220 kV GIS substation with expansion options. Each electrical lineup is backed by diesel generators with N+2 redundancy and on-site fuel storage capacity to support the facility up to 48 hours at full load. As part of its ESG strategy, Sify has contracted 231 megawatt of green power, including solar and wind energy, with 99 megawatt already delivered. Moving forward, up to 70% of the power at the Dhavale campus will be from renewable sources. The Mumbai 03 campus employs a 10-tiered electronic and physical security system. Upon arrival at the security gate, visitor credentials are verified, baggage is scanned, and access cards are issued. Visitors then undergo a physical screening, passing through metal detectors and access-controlled full-height turnstile. At the server hall entrance, a physical frisking with a metal detector is conducted, followed by a comprehensive system of biometric and card-based access control for each server hall. The server halls feature a floor-to-floor height of 6,300 millimeters with a 2,100 kg per square meter floor load capacity. The 1,000 millimeters raised floor accommodates very high power density racks. The data hall is equipped with multiple layers of data trays for fiber and Ethernet cables, offering seamless multipath interact network connectivity. Each data hall is also equipped with Krahu in N+2 redundancy configuration. The campus offers a wide range of data cooling solutions, such as immersion cooling, rear door heat exchange, and direct-to-chip liquid cooling. The racks are organized in a hot and cold aisle layout with air-cooled chillers placed on the top of the facility, with N+2 redundancy and adiabatic cooling accessories to optimize power consumption. The campus design adheres to all ASHRAE guidelines. The campus employs AI/ML integrated smart PMS that monitors all mission-critical equipment from its command control center. We mitigate risks to get better visibility and predictability. With implementation of AI/ML in its data centers, Sify delivers deeper insights, predictive assessment, automated routine tasks, rapid incident response, increased efficiency, and informed decision-making. Mumbai 3 has a robust network ecosystem that connects to major network nodes in the city and to the cable landing station. The campus has 4 diverse fiber entry paths for stable network and low latency connectivity. The Dhavale campus, a carrier-neutral facility, includes dual Meet Me rooms in each tower for resilient networking interconnections. The campus also hosts multiple ISPs, internet exchanges, and major hyperscaler cloud service providers, allowing customers access to robust telecom network. The campus has a separate gate for material entry and exit with vehicle traps and screening measures. Equipment is received here and transported to server rooms using 2 4-ton capacity freight elevators. The Dhavale campus meets the highest industry standards with national and international certifications, and is poised to redefine the data center landscape, set to achieve the epitome of transformative milestone for both Sify and India. We are empowering India's digital infrastructure to strengthen India's digital backbone, Tried, tested, trusted. Your digital infrastructure partner for over 25 years.
With that, a round of applause, please, for Girish.